IMCA sprints and the 410 sprints for Alexis Hids. Congratulations to all of our Kids Club's winners here tonight. On the racetrack for the first time since last September, it's ready to go for, well, wait a minute. Oh, there we go. Steichel's going. We're ready for a green flag. 8 laps the distance. First of 4 hobby stock heat races is underway. James Adams has the early lead on this one in that 3J machine. He'll show the way, putting the first lap in. 7 laps to go. Good battle for that second spot between a pair of 20 cars. Josh Bradley has it. Travis Christensen right there with him. Caden Wessels into that 4th and final transfer spot in the 69. Remember, 3 redraw. 4th place finishers will tag the tail of the qualifying portion of the main event. And then we'll have our B features transfers. Follow them to the green flag in tonight's hobby stock feature event. James Adams by 1.1 seconds over Josh Bradley early on in the feature event. Make that the first heat race of the night. Boy, I am off tonight. I'll wake up. We'll get there. Plenty of races, plenty of cars to do it tonight. James Adams leading this one. 1 second his lead over Josh Bradley, Travis Christensen, Caden Wessels. Marnie DeBoer a little out of shape here down the front straightaway. She will collect it up. A graduate of the Sportsman division that races down at the Rapid Speedway in Rock Rapids, Iowa. Kind of a pure stock-ish type class. They got a little more going on than some pure stocks around the area, around the country. But now making the full leap into the hobby stock division. She battles deep in the field right now with Terry Larson for the 6th spot. Starting to heat up out front between James Adams and Josh Bradley as they come off turn number 4. We'll have 5 laps in, 3 laps to go on this one. James Adams, your leader. Josh Bradley coming to his inside, looking for the lead. And we've got a new leader as they come down the back straightaway. The Weedman Lawn Service, number 20B of Josh Bradley now shows the way. Travis Christensen tried to poke his nose to the bottom, but here comes James Adams back through the middle. So now, Bradley, your leader. Adams and Christensen battling for position number 2. I'll remind you, they're both in the redraw, finishing the top 3 if they would finish this like this. But, you know, when you're on the racetrack in a race car doing race car things, you want to go fast and you want to pass people. White flag is out. Final lap on this heat race as Christensen will overtake Adams and takes that 2nd spot on the racetrack. Right now, Caden Wessels has the final transfer spot into the show here tonight, but he's got a little bit of pressure on this last lap from the 99 of Bill Christensen. We'll see if Christensen can get there. He'll bobble in turn 2. Off of turn number 4, your first heat race winner of the year is the 20B of Josh Bradley. Checkered flag waves on our opening heat race tonight for the Lawn and Snow Company Hobby Stocks. Josh Bradley, your winner in the 20B. 20, Travis Christensen 2nd. James Adams 3rd in the 3J. And Caden Wessels, your final transfer in the 69 from Sioux Falls. Row 3, 33JN, Joel Norris inside. He's from Sioux Falls. And from Vermilion, the 88G of Gavin Gilbertson. Row 4, Ryan Mulder of Harrisburg, South Dakota. Justin Peterson from Sioux Falls in the 4J. 8 laps, top 4 go to the show as we get the green on heat race number 2 of the Lawn and Snow Company USRA Hobby Stocks. Oh, boy, it's a wild one getting into the first turn. They're 4 wide. Look at that, 4 wide as Joel Norris way down there on the bottom in the 33JN, and they're still shaking and baking down the back straightaway. Sneaking into the lead, though, is the 82 of Dylan Fitzpatrick. He'll work the bottom through 3 and 4. Norris coming with him in the 33JN. Katie Kroc has 3rd. She pushes up the racetrack, nearly gets into the wall, gets passed by rookie Kinzer Glanzer. Kinzer in the 1K up to 3rd. He's got Ryan Mulder right behind him in the 00. Mulder in the final transfer spot. 3 wide back there for the 5th spot as Gilbertson comes through the middle of Kroc and the 17 of Goff. Still 3 wide as they come off turn number 4. Goff may prevail. No, Gilbertson has that 5th spot, still 1 out of a transfer. Ryan Mulder all over Kinzer Glanzer for that transfer spot. Well, now the 00 Mulder slipping back a little bit. He's in the transfer spot, but has to think about holding on to it. Gavin Gilbertson has caught him, taking a look to the inside here in turn number 4. Mulder Fab 00 holds on to that final transfer spot. Meanwhile, Dylan Fitzpatrick trying to check out front in the number 82. He's got a 3/4 of a straightaway advantage over Joel Norris in the 33JN. Lanzer running in third. Mulder in that fourth spot. Gilbertson in fifth. He's got pressure now from the 17 of Goff for that spot. But that's still out of transfer territory. Halfway in this one as the 82 of Dylan Fitzpatrick will put us into the second half. 3 laps to go in Heat Race 2 for the Lawn and Snow Company Hobby Stocks. Tightening up for that third place for a spot in the redraw. That could be the difference between the pole position and starting very deep in the grid. And here comes Ryan Mulder to the inside of Kinzer Glanzer. Mulder getting the nose in there, can't capitalize and finish the pass as they come off turn 4. Dylan Fitzpatrick will work through 3. Now he'll come off turn number 4. He'll look up, see Chuck Hanisch unfurling the white flag. Final lap in our second of 4 heat races. Dylan Fitzpatrick looking strong in this one. He's going to encounter a little bit of lap traffic here in his final corner that he navigates, and he also sees the checkered flag now and the win in heat race number 2 of the LawnSnow.com USRA Hobby Stocks. Joel Norris crossing in second at the line for third. It goes to Glanzer. Ryan Mulder fourth, and fifth, Gavin Gilbertson in the 88G. Checkered flag out on that one. Dylan Fitzpatrick picks up the win. Joel Norris second. Kinzer Glanzer third. And Ryan Mulder finishes in the fourth spot. They transfer to the main. Gavin Gilbertson was fifth. Matt Goff sixth. Justin Peterson seventh. And Katie Kroc will finish in the eighth spot. Set for the green. Third out of 4 heat races in this division, and we are green. Levi Vanderweide wastes no time, nor does Dustin Gulbronson getting to the front of this field. They'll run 1 and 2 as they come off turn number 4 up to speed for the first time. A little wild back there for the third, fourth, and fifth spots. The 37 of Jason Scott runs third. Here comes the 221 of Logan Fitzpatrick to his inside, looking for third. Can't get there. He'll push up the racetrack a little bit. Maybe a little contact as they come off turn number 2. That's going on right in front of Jason Bradley in the 17J. Bradley takes a look to the outside of the 221 of Fitzpatrick, and 17J of Jason Bradley now into the final transfer spot as the battle for the lead off of turn number 2. Here comes Dustin Gulbronson in the 41st Street Automotive, car number 6, looking to the inside of the Dakota Angler number 8 of Levi Vanderweide. Vanderweide prevails with the race lead at this point with 5 to go. Jason Scott still holds third, the final redraw spot just in front of Logan Fitzpatrick in the 221. And here comes Jason Bradley with the run on him once again as they go through 3 and 4. Bradley going to dip to the bottom here off turn number 4, looking for a transfer spot. Cannot get there. Halfway in heat race 3 of 4 for the Lawn and Snow Company Hobby Stocks. Here comes Dustin Gulbronson looking for the lead. Change for that third spot. Now Fitzpatrick has it in the 221. We saw his brother Dylan win the opening heat race earlier. Or make that heat 2 he won. Now heat 3. Logan Fitzpatrick up to the third spot. Jason Scott now on the bubble for the transfer position as they continue to race for the lead out front. And here comes Jason Bradley trying to get a ticket to the A-Main here tonight. And as he does that on the 37 of Scott, here comes Devin Van Veldhuizen coming and going to work on him. A little touch over there in turn 2. Car going around, and yellow's out. Trouble over in turn number 2. Caution flag over the speedway. Trouble in turn number 2, the 38 of Devin Van Veldhuizen racing with Jason Bradley. They touched a little bit as Van Veldhuizen was pushing up the racetrack. The 38 car goes around, brings out the caution, and that puts us under the yellow in tonight's third heat race of the Lawn and Snow Company USRA Hobby Stocks. And it sounds like the track official is going to put that on the 17J of Jason Bradley. And He got summoned off of the racetrack. So coming back to the green here in turn number 4 for the Lawn and Snow Company Hobby Stock Heat Race number 3. White flag out on this one. No change in the top 4 as they work themselves off of turn number 2. Here comes, we've got a touch over there for the 4th and final transfer spot. And here comes Dustin Schultz going to grab that spot as they'll come to the checkered. Vanderweide's going to get the win. Bronson's going to go 2nd. Fitzpatrick goes 3rd. And Dustin Schultz gets a ticket to the A-Main in the 18K, filling in for Landon Crone. He's graduating this week, I think. So Vanderweide gets the win in the 8. Go Bronson 2nd, Fitzpatrick, and then Dustin Schultz into the A-Main here tonight. And Kermit Rose will be in the 5th spot. Row 3, Chad Duback from Hartford, the 88. He's also a second-season driver with Tracy Haluska, the number 86 machine, starting outside of the 3rd row. Mike Peckus, the K9, from the tail. 7 cars, 8 laps, 4 transfer, 3 make the redraw from heat race number 4 tonight for the Lawn and Snow Company Hobby Stocks. Lawn and Snow Company is a family business with deep roots in Sioux Falls and the surrounding communities. Tyler Schlumbum laying it down here in this one. The X Factor out front to a nice lead over the 81 of Josh Froseth. It's 1.6 second interval. Chad Duback, Tracy Haluska in the transfer spots. Here comes Haluska after Duback for a spot in the redraw. Make the redraw, you start somewhere in the top 12. Out of the redraw, best you start is 13th. So that is an important pass that we'll be talking about all through the night in these heat races. Haluska runs at Duback as they get into turn 3. Now dips the nose here off turn number 4, looking for that redraw spot as they come by the stripe with 4 laps to go. Tracy Haluska on the inside. Chad Duback up on the cushion. He'll push over it. And now the 86 of Haluska has a redraw spot. Runs 3rd as they head back to turn number 3. Meanwhile, your leader by the stripe with 3 laps remaining. Lap traffic now for the X of Schlumbum as he enters that with 2 laps to go in this heat race. Alec Blackford a little off the track down the back straightaway, kicked a little dust up. Continued on after that without incident. The 27 of Dylan Ondal goes pit side. His heat race coming to an end. Everybody's heat race about to come to an end. First one who's going to get there to the checkered, but the hurt to him. The X Factor, Tyler Schlumbum's going to win this heat race. No doubt about that. Checkered flag over Schlumbum. Josh Froseth goes 2nd. Tracy Haluska 3rd. And the final transfer spot, Chad Duback in the 88. Going to the show here tonight. Mike Peck is going to go 5th. Blackford 6th. And Ondal credited with 7th. Derek Nordstrom of Sioux Falls in the 20X inside the 4th row. 8th starter, Billy Prouty out of Alexandria in the 51. And from the tail will be the 9 of Kyle DeBoer from Salem in the RBS Sanitation entry. 9 cars, 5 make the redraw. Heat 1 of 2 of the TNR Contracting late model street stocks coming to the green. Little smoke starting to show out of the 13 of Brian Hoeing as he shows the way around the racetrack. Jim Pruitt in that second spot. Then look at him. 3 cars battling for the spot. Making 4 cars. 4 wide. Oh, we've got contact. We've got trouble here on the front straightaway. The 99 of Ryan DeBoer right front is knocked down on that car. Everyone else able to continue on, including DeBoer in the 99. Wow, that could have been big-time catastrophe. Speaking of, that may be building for the 13 of Brian Hoeing. Good-looking car this year. Car's looking good out front, except for that smoke that's showing as he leads the way. 3 in, 5 to go. The 51 of Billy Prouty goes pit side. Dan Jensen's slow on the back straightaway. He's taking his car pit side as well. I don't know how, but the 99 of Ryan DeBoer, he's holding on to his car, muscling it for all it's worth. The right front bent and knocked in. That thing is cambered at about 20 degrees. Early season pest control going on for Brian Hoeing, your race leader in the 13 machine. Continues to smoke, but continues to have a 2.6 second lead. Corey Yai up into that second spot. Pruitt, DeBoer, and Evan Miller in the redraw spots. Good run for Miller, the rookie in that 88 in this class. Coming to the white flag. Final circuit, go or blow for the 13 of Brian Hoeing on this final lap. Corey Yai's off the pace. The 64 pulls it in off of turn number 4. He was running in third last time by the stripe, making second last time by the stripe. Unbelievable change of events in this one. And Brian Hoeing, his car, holds on and gets the checkered. Jim Pruitt going to come to second. Ryan DeBoer right front all messed up. He comes home third. Evan Miller, Derek Nordstrom in the redraw spots. Wow. Didn't see that coming. So Brian Hoeing gets the win, smoke and all in the 13. Jim Pruitt second. Ryan DeBoer, his right front is cambered about 20 degrees, and he muscled that up to a third. Evan Miller, Derek Nordstrom, fourth and fifth. They get into the redraw. Kyle DeBoer in sixth. Then Corey Yai, Dan Jensen, and Billy Prouty, who all went pit side early. Heat race number 2, TNR Contracting late model street stocks, green off of turn number 4. 34K Colby Clausen, 40 Tim Dan, row 1. Looks like the 7 of Matthew Donker giving up his row 2 spot to start at the tail. We're ready to go. 8 cars, 8 laps, 5 make the redraw, and we are green. Tim Dan out to the lead as Zach Olivier runs in the second spot. Brett Larson running in third. That puts Colby Clausen, your pole sitter, back to the fourth spot. Right now, Brandon Ferguson in the final transfer spot. Ferguson, three-wheeling that race car around the racetrack. He got a little bit of the berm last Sunday night right on the start at Huset's in the main. He had that car at about a 45-degree angle, bicycling in that corner. I don't know how he got it back down on all 4 tires, but he did. The driver of the 15 doing a whale of a job not to take a big ride to start the year last week at Huset's. Brett Larson all over the 71 of Olivier for position number 2. Olivier not far off your race leader, the 40 of Tim Dan, as they work through 3 and 4. Right now back in that 5th spot, continuing in the final redraw position is Brandon Ferguson. But here comes the 55 of John Hoeing to his inside. Hoeing looking for the position. Can't quite get there and into the redraw just yet. That's the difference between potentially on the pole and best starting spot of 11th in the main event here tonight. Me too, this would be 12th starter, so that could be a big swing for that pass as they race back there for the 5th spot. Race continues out front. The 71 of Zach Olivier dipping the nose to the inside of the 40 of Tim Dan. Can't get the pass. 2 laps to go. Brett Larson still right there, keeping that front two honest as the 7 of Donker, a little off the pace. And it looks like he'll be heading pit side here when he gets to turn number 4. Olivier looking for the race lead as they look at the white flag. Final lap here in heat race number 2. And I don't think Donker's going to quite make it to the pit area, and the yellow is out. Well, that'll change things over there in turn number 4, where the 7 of Matthew Donker out of Stickney, South Dakota, slows on the racetrack and puts us under the caution. Green-white checkered will be the flag order with 2 laps to go in the final bodied car heat race of the night. Your Spielman Excavating IMCA sprint cars on deck. And then your Buffalo Wild Wing Northern Outlaw Sprint Association. 410 Outlaw sprint cars. By the way, that green flag ready to come back out. Drivers must pass to the outside of that cone over there in turn number 4. Single file style until we get past that, and then the racing resumes. Final set of turns. Tim Dan remains in control of this one. Hoeing was able to get that final redraw spot. They come to the checkered, and heat race number 2 into the books. Tim Dan picks up the win in the 40. Zach Olivier and Brett Larson complete the podium from that one. Colby Clausen was 4th. John Hoeing into a redraw spot, finishing 5th in the 55. Brandon Ferguson 6th in the 15, and Aaron Foote 7th, with Matthew Donker credited with 8th.